Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 fragrances that I recommend for Valentine's Day 2023. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on all things girly, especially videos on smelling good. If you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe before you leave today's video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here with me today, and I appreciate you so much. With that said, if you would like to know my picks for Valentine's Day 2023, then just keep on. I am all dressed up for the occasion, and I did do this makeup look, which I did film for Instagram and also for like shorts, but I'm not sure how that's going to go because I have the worst allergies and my eye keeps on tearing up, but we're just gonna roll along with it. So today I'm going to be sharing my top 10 fragrances for Valentine's Day of 2023. So I do have a few sweet fragrances and girly fragrances, and then I also have some more like darker, deeper, sexy fragrances depending on what you prefer. And out of these 10 fragrances, I definitely need to choose one that I'm going to wear on Valentine's Day. I still don't know yet, but let's dive right into them. I'm going to talk about them. They're not in any specific order. I'm just giving my top 10 picks for this year. I am going to start off with the more sexy fragrances and then work my way down to the more sweet, girly, flirty fragrances. So I'm going to start off with my first two fragrances here, and these were sent over to me from Twisted Lily. So first off, I want to say thank you so much for sending these fragrances over. I'm going to start off with the one that I love the most out of both of them, my favorite one. And this is Montale Crazy in Love. This is the first time that I ever try this fragrance. I have never owned this fragrance or anything like that, but oh my God. This is a really nice one. I feel like the packaging is also just perfect for Valentine's Day. It just fits the mood. The pink color, it's so gorgeous. And this one kind of reminds me of the same type of vibe that Baccarat Rouge 540 gives me. It doesn't smell the same. This one's definitely rose, but it still gives me like that airy, sweet vibe that Baccarat Rouge 540 gives, but with so much more sweetness and rose, and it's a little bit thicker as well. And these last a really long time because I did test them out yesterday, and I was very impressed with the longevity and the performance of these fragrances. Yeah, this one is really pretty. You have to like rose though, and I'm not the biggest rose person, but for some reason for Valentine's Day, I feel like rose fragrances are appropriate. I feel like that's what I think of when I think of Valentine's Day. So this one is really nice. It's definitely a sexy fragrance to me. It is a little bit more like leaning towards flirty compared to the next one I'm gonna show, but it definitely just makes me think of a very sexy, put together woman. Like, she's beautiful, she's put together, everything is like really nice. Her hair is done, her makeup is done, her outfit is just perfect. This is just that type of scent. I feel like you do have to be dressed up for this. It's not a casual fragrance. So this is really nice to go on a date, to go out to a dinner. Really nice. This next one I find even more sexy and a little bit more grown, not as flirty as the first one, but it still has a flirty side to it as well. And this is by Montale as well, and this is Roses Musk. Now, I have heard so much about this fragrance, and I'm happy to finally have it because I think that it is a very beautiful, gorgeous, feminine fragrance. Again, this one is very rose heavy, so it's definitely for those who love rose. If you do not like rose, I would definitely recommend trying a sample first, which is what I always do with these types of fragrances, especially when they're a little bit more pricey. I always encourage to try out samples. So take advantage of Twisted Lily's website where you can definitely sample a fragrance before buying the full size. I'm going to be leaving links to these fragrances in my description box along with the sample size link as well. Just remember that these are affiliate links, and I do make a small commission when you guys shop through those links, which I'm super grateful if you do, but there's no pressure of you having to shop through there or anything. But I am going to put it in the description box for those of you who are interested. Both very beautiful rose fragrances. This one is definitely more rose with a lot of musk. I mean, the name is called Roses Musk. It's definitely a musky fragrance. If you have smelled Gentle Fluidity Gold from Maison Francis Kurkdjian or Roses Vanille or Intense Cafe, they have a very similar vibe. I just feel like the rose is a little bit more amplified in here, and it makes it a little bit more feminine compared to the other ones where coffee is more prominent. I don't get coffee in here, so in here it's definitely rose. And my favorite part of this one is definitely the dry down. So I was not a fan of the opening of this fragrance. I feel like it's so strong. But then again, if you're going to be out on Valentine's Day, you do want something that's going to last. But I would say to just spray 1 to 2 sprays of this. Do not go crazy with this fragrance. And when it dries down, it's beautiful. It lasts a really, really long time. So that's what I do love about this, is the performance. So if you want something that's going to last you all through the day, all through the evening and nighttime, this is definitely worth looking into. Just don't get too crazy with the sprays. I mean, everyone is different, but I feel like if you were to do a lot of sprays of this, you would give yourself a headache. So I would just lightly do 2 sprays of this, and I think I'm honestly good to go. The dry down is my favorite part. It meshes in with the skin so beautifully, and it smells a little more natural once it dries down. So I really like this one as well. Next up, I'm going to talk about another one that I find super sexy, and I need to start picking this one up again. I should have put this in my February tray, but I completely forgot. And this is by Kayali, and this is Love Fest Burning Cherry. This right here is also really, really gorgeous for a date night, for a restaurant, for going out in the evening. It's so pretty, but it's also something that you can wear early on in the day, and it'll take you into the evening beautifully, because even though it is sexy and even though it is a very beautiful cherry fragrance, I feel like it'll be totally fine if you were to put it on earlier during the day, because it just fits into so many different things that you can do with this fragrance. It doesn't feel too dressed up or too casual. I feel like it's sexy, it's pretty, it's flirty, but it's still something that you can wear whenever you want. So yeah, this one is beautiful. There's a very nice Palo Santo note in here, which to my nose gives it a little bit of like a powdery, woody touch to the fragrance. The cherry is not super strong. I do get the cherry the entire time that I smell it, but it's not a very like super dark cherry. Sometimes those cherries just turn me off after a while. This cherry is really, really nice. There's raspberry in here, praline, guaiac wood, patchouli, Palo Santo, and the burning cherry. This is beautiful. I love it so much. And I especially love the way that it wears and the way that it dries down. So that is Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry. You guys, I recently got this one. I haven't featured it like on a video other than a video that I filmed today, which was the haul. But this I did purchase. I was trying not to buy too many full-size fragrances, but I couldn't help myself with this one. And once I received it, all I thought was, this is perfection for Valentine's Day. And this is Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose for Her. I've been hearing about this fragrance pretty much all over the place. This fragrance is beautiful. It's super sexy, and I will say that if you love Lancôme La Nuit Trésor à la Folie, or if you love La Vie Belle, or if you love La Belle from Jean Paul Gaultier, you're definitely going to love this, because I feel like this one is kind of like giving me vibes of all of those 3 that I mentioned. It is a sexy rose fragrance, but the rose is definitely deeper in this one than it is in the Montale fragrances. The rose in here, it's a little bit brighter, more flirty. The pink bottles kind of give it away. They're very, very sexy, but they're not mysterious or deep in my opinion. This one is like mysterious, seductive. Just the bottles pretty much say it all. So sexy, flirty rose. This one is more mysterious, seductive, beautiful, sexy rose. It's still sexy, but it's deeper and darker. So beautiful. I definitely see this working for a late night dinner or just doing anything at nighttime. And this is a really, really nice one. So yeah, that is Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose. Next up is one that I can't wear at the moment, but I have to recommend it for Valentine's Day because this is just what it makes me think of, and I cannot wait until I can wear it. This is one that I probably would have decluttered if I wasn't going to move from where I live, but since I am moving somewhere with cold weather, this is staying in my collection, and I'm definitely gonna try it out for next year. But just by smelling this fragrance, I know that this will work out for Valentine's Day so beautifully. And this is by Amouage, and this is Blossom Love. I've had this for a while. It's been sitting in my collection for a long time, and I still come to this fragrance and sniff it randomly because it is such a unique fragrance to me. It's very different. It has beautiful, like very ladylike notes. I feel like this one, we're already kind of stepping out of sexy and going into classy, beautiful. Some of them could be a little flirty. This one, I find it more of a classy, sophisticated woman with a little bit of a fun side. It's still a little bit fun. This one can be tricky for many people, but I will say that the more you smell this fragrance, the more you end up craving it, especially because I do get like a cherry vibe in here as well. It's kind of hidden in here, but there is a little bit of like a cherry almondy type of vibe in this fragrance. And yes, for Valentine's Day, it's beautiful. I would say that this one though, I would use more like during a daytime type of scenario. I wouldn't really picture this one as a nighttime fragrance unless you mix it with something a little bit deeper. I'm thinking like mixing these two together would be really, really nice, or maybe even the Kayali one would give it like a little bit of a deeper vibe. But this one, if you want to wear it during the day, it kind of gives off like a very clean, sophisticated vibe, but then it's still kind of romantic at the same time and girly, and it's really, really nice. Very different from anything that I have in my collection. Super unique. And I know some people find it a little bit mature. I don't find it mature, and I think that for daytime wear on Valentine's Day, this would be beautiful. Now, again, with this one, less is more. If you spray too much of this, I feel like it would be too much. It won't be nice. It won't be pleasant, enjoyable. It will just be too much. But if you do 1 to 2 sprays of this, it will last you forever, and it is gorgeous. If you want to be a little bit more like on the classy side, sophisticated side, very like ladylike, this is a great one. Now for a romantic one, if you're going on a date with like your husband or just someone that you've been with for longer than just a date, and you want a fragrance that's very romantic and just beautiful, I would go with Killian's Rolling in Love. This fragrance right here is just romantic to me. It's very beautiful for a date. You can wear this one all day on Valentine's Day and it will fit any occasion. It's just a beautiful, I'm here. This one is powdery. I definitely get a lot of powdery notes in here, along with like an almondy cherry vibe. It's syrupy, it's thick. It just makes me think of being in a very intimate date with my husband. So I would like to wear this one on Valentine's Day. I feel like it matches really, really nicely for just a date with someone that you've already been with for a long time, and you want to be very close, very personal. You want it to smell like for him. It's not one that's going to be like beast mode or anything like that, but it smells yummy. It makes you smell delicious. It has like this nutty vibe to it, a little powdery, vanilla. Another one that's similar to this one, if you don't have this one, or if you want to spend a little less than the Killian one, I would suggest Jo Malone's Scarlet Poppy. That one is very similar to this one. It still has its differences, but it's definitely one that I would also recommend for Valentine's Day. It didn't make it to this list. I think I had it on my list for last year, but they're similar and they're very romantic, beautiful fragrances. So this next fragrance is going to be similar to Killian's Rolling in Love as well. I just wanted to kind of give like an even more affordable option. These fragrances are by no means affordable, but it is less than the Killian, and I will say that it's kind of in the same vibe, kind of like the same family. I do only have a travel size of this fragrance, but it's so beautiful, and I'm a big fan of this house. So this is Juliet Has a Gun, and this is So this one, as you can see, it does have a little dent. I always forget to reach for it because I have it in my little tray where I have my travel sizes. If you love Rolling in Love, or if you've sampled it and you kind of want something that's a little more affordable than this one, I would definitely check out Juliet Has a Gun. This one is probably like $100 less than this one, so it's kind of a big difference. And this one also has kind of like the same vibe. So I definitely get like vanilla in here. Oh, it's so good. This one has a little bit more of like an almond cherry vibe, where this one has more of a vanilla powdery, almost like Hypnotic Poison, very similar to Hypnotic Poison, but I don't get the Play-Doh note in this one. And if I'm not mistaken, this one has raspberry. Don't quote me on that, but I think it does. I think it has some type of fruit or something. But this one smells gorgeous. Again, this one's nice if you're going to maybe like watch a movie together. Maybe you're not doing nothing too crazy for Valentine's Day. I know I'm not. I have my kids, they go to school that day, so so I'm pretty sure we're gonna do something a little bit more just us together. Maybe we'll go have dinner somewhere. I'm not too sure yet. But if you're not planning on doing anything too crazy, you prefer to kind of like stay home, watch a movie together, or maybe go to the movies or do something a little bit more laid back and casual, I feel like this one's the one. It's yummy, it's sweet, it smells so good, but it's not doing too much either. So Juliet Has a Gun. Beautiful. You do have to be a gourmand lover for this one, but it's so gorgeous. Now down to the last three. These are definitely more flirty, more girly, just more fun, more like, even if you're not going on a date with someone that you're with, let's just say that you're going on a date with your girlfriends, you can definitely wear these fragrances, but you can also wear them with your partner. I feel like they will work either way. So this one is a new one, and I do have the full size thanks to them for sending it over to me, but I did get the travel size of this, and I let you guys know that I just love this fragrance so much, and I feel like this Valentine's Day, this might be the one for me. This is Clean Reserve Sparkling Sugar. So this is the latest release from Clean Reserve. It is the most beautiful, just girly, flirty with very refreshing notes as well. Very girly fragrance. I love it so much. It reminds me a little bit of Chloe. If you love Chloe, if you love, there's another one that this reminds me of, but it's just a very sparkling, I love the name Sparkling Sugar because it's definitely sweet, it's definitely sparkling, and I think I get kind of like peony with a rose type of thing, like pink florals. I imagine like pink roses with this fragrance. It's really, really nice. You can definitely wear this during the day. You can wear it pretty much anywhere. It smells so good. I love it so much. And what I love about Clean Reserve is that they just blend right in with your skin, and it just gives you like this effect of like, I just smell like this naturally. Like, you know, I'm not trying too hard, because for example, the Montale ones, you want people to know that you have perfume on, you go with this. And this is going to be very long lasting. It's going to perform great. But if you prefer fragrances that are a little bit more like they just mix in naturally, you have like this natural scent bubble around you, but it's not too much, Sparkling Sugar from Clean Reserve, or pretty much any fragrance from Clean Reserve, is really, really, really nice. So I love this one too. Next up is one that I was not a fan of. When I first reviewed it, I didn't hate it, but I just wasn't wowed by it. And after letting it sit in my collection for a few months, I am so in love. And I definitely see this working for Valentine's Day as well. And this is Burberry Her Elixir. So this one is so gorgeous as well. This is strawberry. I believe this one has blackcurrant. I'm not sure. So good. It's syrupy. It's not as powdery as the original Burberry Her, and it's definitely more syrupy to my nose. It's a little bit more thicker, I would say. It's not as airy and powdery as the original. I just get like this flirty, playful strawberry scent, and I think that it's super nice. I think that it can be a little sexy, it can be a little flirty, but it's also girly and innocent at the same time. It's just very, very feminine to me, and for Valentine's Day, I think this is perfect. Last fragrance is one that I haven't picked up in so long. I have it on my tray right now because I need to give it more love. If you want to smell really just sugary, sweet, a little innocent, it's just very beautiful, very sweet. And I think that this for Valentine's Day is so good. Even if it's with your partner or if it's just with friends, you're just gonna smell delicious. You're gonna smell just edible. And this is Beyond Romance from Ralph Lauren. This is such a beautiful, sweet fragrance. I think that for Valentine's Day, this is perfect. It's so good. So easy to wear. It's so good. I believe this has raspberry, so it's very sweet, but on top of it being raspberry, I also get like a ball of sugar. It is very, very sweet, but not sweet to the point where it will make you sick or it's cloying. It's the perfect amount of sweetness. It kind of gives me like pink sugar vibes, but done the right way. You know, very smooth. It's sweet, but it's not cloying. There's nothing burning in here. It doesn't smell like burning hair or burning rubber. So, so good. This one's so good. I think I'm gonna wear this one tonight. Those are my recommendations for Valentine's Day. I hope that you guys enjoyed them. I'm also going to be listing my recommendations for last year for Valentine's Day, just so that you guys get even more ideas. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below what you think of the fragrances that I featured in this video. I'm very, very excited about so many of them. I don't know which one I'm gonna wear. Give me your thoughts. What fragrance should I wear this year for Valentine's Day out of the ones that I talked about in this video? Also, give me your thoughts on them. Do you love them, or which ones are you not so much a fan of? So yeah, that's going to be it from me today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.